Ever wondered how to perfectly ice a cake? Well, ponder no more. Here in the world of delightful desserts and beautiful baking, we're about to embark on a journey to master the art of icing a cake. First, gather all necessary equipment: a turntable, offset spatula, bench scraper, and of course, your icing of choice. Buttercream, fondant, cream cheese, take your pick. They all have their unique charm and taste. Start by preparing the cake. Ensure it is completely cooled, as a warm cake could melt the icing. If you're working with a freshly baked cake, pop it in the fridge for a while before you start icing. Now, the first dollop of icing goes on top of the cake. Spread it evenly with an offset spatula, working from the center outwards. Think of it as creating a canvas for your masterpiece. Next, apply icing to the sides of the cake. This requires the finesse of a turntable and a bench scraper. A dollop of icing on the side, a gentle turn of the table, and a smooth scrape with the bench scraper. Repeat this process until the sides are evenly coated. Now, you might notice some gaps or unevenness in the icing. No worries. This is where the crumb coat comes in. Apply a thin layer of icing to lock in the crumbs. Then, put the cake in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to set. Once the crumb coat is firm to the touch, apply another layer of icing. This is the final coat. Make it as smooth as possible. For the perfectionists among us, a heated bench scraper can help achieve that flawless finish. Now it's time to add some flair. With a piping bag and your choice of tip, you can create beautiful designs, swirls, rosettes, or even intricate lace patterns. The world of cake decorating is your oyster here. And there you have it, the steps to icing a cake, demystified. To recap, you start by preparing the cake and applying the first layer of icing. Then, you apply a crumb coat and let it set. After that, you apply the final layer of icing and add any decorative touches. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more cakes you ice, the better you become. So don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and experiment with different techniques. After all, in the world of baking, creativity is king. In the end, the goal is not just to create a cake that looks good, but also one that tastes amazing. Because what's a cake without a bit of sweetness, right? So go ahead, whip out that spatula, and let's get icing.